Guys, G from SR Media. We're back here, just another beautiful day, and we got two different rounds here for you. Now, look pretty similar, right? Besides maybe the green tip on this one, very, very similar size. Not the same thing. Okay, we're going to get into the details today about why that is and what particular grainage means for you and what you would like to use, and give you all the specs so you can make your own decision. Yeah, we'll get right into it. So on your right is going to be the X-Tac 55 grain. On your left side, that's going to be the green tip 62 grain. Now, as for the differences, you're not going to be able to tell also with the looks and the weight. It's so minute, you're not going to be able to really tell right off the rip, right? Well, the main differences come into play with the feet per second, the muzzle velocity, things of that nature. Now, you're going to get a little bit more fragmentation with this guy at closer ranges, and then with this guy, you're just going to get more penetration rather than the fragmentation. It all kind of comes down to your personal preference. What is your gun like better? The 62 grain, they actually designed, it came into play NATO standard around 1980, and that was for guns with shorter barrel lengths. So you're running an ARP, it might particularly like this better, but also for your personal firing schedules, you come up here maybe just fucking around with the buddies or whatever. What is better grouping for you? What maybe is kicking a little bit less to you? What do you notice? And then it just really comes down to personal preference at that point. And the performance kind of comes later. So anyways, we're going to load a few up here and go ahead and shoot. So here we go. We're going to send some rounds down range courtesy of the Mark 18. And I'm going to tell you what differences I kind of feel. We got 5 rounds of the 55 in here, but 5 rounds of the green tip 62 in this guy. We're going to start out here. We got the 5 rounds, 55 grain right there. So load that puppy in, see how she feels. And here we now go with 52 green tip. First go down there. And so just shot a couple of the 55, few of the 62. As for the preference on this shorty, I thought the 62 felt a lot more solid and makes sense with a shorter barrel construction here. It felt great. You can't really notice the kick too much with that minute of a quartet from the 7 grains in between a 55 and a 62. It's not that much in all reality, as opposed you start getting up into higher precision rifles, the newer bolt actions, the PRC, with another video coming at you later on about those. That's a whole nother ball game, which is awesome. But yeah, as for the grainage in an AR, Armalite platforms, it really is up to you, folks. You might put some 55 through a shorter barrel constructed rifle, or AR-15 style, and you might like it better. You might just like the light and easiness of it better. Like I said, it's not a huge difference, but if you're really wanting to get into it, trying to get grouping down range, see what your rifle likes better, and at the end of the day, what do you like better? So yeah, thank you guys for joining us here today. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. None of this is possible without you guys, our community, backing us up. It's been really awesome. We're kind of in a startup mode right now, but we love coming up here and doing this. It's so enjoyable, and it's just a kick-ass thing, getting all that motivation from you guys, and it's been awesome. Check out the new hats. We got new hats as well as hoodie lines. We got more merch coming down the pike, and appreciate you guys again for joining us. Also, shout out to John, all the people over there at rangerwrap.com. Use code SRmedia10, 10% off. Appreciate you guys.